Who has the most aura? Duke Dennis is in this shit? J. Cole got aura for sure. Who are these people? Am I on culture? Because I don't know who these people are. I'll leave it, go to 128. Oh, because I don't get the full thing. Who has the most aura? Honestly, Stalin does, for being real. Thank you, Mike. Duke Dennis or Beyonce, chat? Thank you, Mike. You rolled it up too. I'm gonna say Duke. I'll chop it for sure. Who the f is that? Muhammad Ali, 100%. Muhammad Ali for sure. George Washington. This is a hard one. I gotta say it's Putin though. What do you guys think? Yep. Paul Walker. So, is Charles Manson to do with a swastika on his Oh no, he didn't have a swastika tattoo? I don't know. I thought he did.
One of his most famous interviews, he is asked who...
No, he did. Charles Manson.
His response is both eerie and disturbing.
Nah, f him, chat.
People look at you today, 20 years later, and they still have no idea what you're about. Tell me in a sentence who you are.
Nobody. I'm nobody. I'm a tramp, a bum, a hobo. I'm a boxcar and a jug of wine. And a straight racer. Get too close.
Bro, what is wrong with him? I think Frank Ocean got more aura. What do you guys think? Frank or Charles? I'll let y'all vote. But come on, bro. Y'all are weird as f. Malcolm X for sure. Okay, this is a hard one. I gotta go with Elon. But I know the YB Dick Sucker's about to be on dick. Bro, Elon, bro. It's Elon. It's gotta be Drake. It's gotta be Drake. Come on, bro. It's really gotta be Drake. Oh, it's Messi. What did Akira do, chat? Akira Toriyama. What did Akira do? What did he do? Oh, he wrote Dragon Ball Z. Messi. Oh, Nipsey for sure. I love Rose, but Nipsey. Al Capone. John Cena, 100%. What? Who the f? Wait, Chad, who the f is this? And why'd they use this picture? Who the f is that? It's a girl, no? Let me move my camera. Who the f is that? I guess you guys know who the f that is. Oh, that's not a girl? How many kills does he have? No way he has 500 kills. Wait, no way. Okay, that's wait, and he's shooting with iron sights? Oh, nah. He really invented quick scoping. That's actually insane. That's actually insane. It's nuts. No! Send the link back. I'll speedrun it. Oh my god, dude. Send the link back. Oh, Control R? Wait, Control Shift T. Ain't work. Sorry. All right, let's go through this shit. How do you ruin everything you touch? I'm sorry. Caesar. What did Julius Caesar do? Kai or OBJ? I love OBJ, but I gotta go with Kai for this one. Kishimiya Musashi or Marshawn Lynch? That's a hard one, bro. Because I don't even know who the Kishimio is. Who's Kishimio? Marshawn. Pop Smoke. Pablo Escobar for sure. Kim, I got a question for y'all. Is Pablo Escobar rich? Ted Bundy, chat, the serial killer, or Nicki Minaj? I'm gonna say Ted Bundy. Your Rage or Justin Bieber? JB, I'm sorry, your age, but JB got war. I ain't gonna lie. Diddy or Bruce Lee? Bruce Lee, for sure. Y'all tripping. Tom Cruise. No, Heath Ledger. I'm tripping. I'm speedrunning it. I tripped out. Is that Tav? Yo, who's Tesman DDoS? What do you do? A medic who served in World War II. Damn, due to his Christian beliefs, he refused to ever carry a weapon. He was twice awarded the Bronze. Oh, man, yeah, what? He saved people, bro. W. Desmond. Kendrick or Jeff Hardy? I'm gonna go with Hardy. Kylie or Mr. Beast? Angelina Jolie or Jesus Christ? Oh, Jesus Christ. What? Kobe or Max? Kobe. Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson might have the most aura besides Hitler. Yay or Malcolm X? Yay. El Chapo or George Washington? El Chapo, bro. El Chapo, 100%. Ronaldo or Ice Spice? Ronaldo. I'm going to say Tiger King. Al Capone. For sure. Messi or Messi? LeBron, bro. Come on, stop it. Drake or Joseph Stalin? Drake. Jimmy or Randy Orton? Randy Orton. Ken Carson or Ronaldinho Hino? Chat, I don't know. Which one, chat? Ronaldinho. Who is Yashiro Tagashi? Or David Bowie? I know David Bowie is. I'll go with David Bowie. Future or... Okay, this is a hard one. Aura? The greatest sniper of all time or Future? Yeah. Floyd. Solomonati, I'm sorry, bro. I don't know who this guy is. Solomonati got aura. I don't give a f. Oh, God, he has aura. I don't give a f. He does. Oh, X. 100%. What? This is a hard one, bro. I don't like... This is a really hard one to compare. I want to say Mike Tyson, though. I gotta say Mike Tyson. I'm sorry. I'm gonna go with him. Muhammad Ali or Shakespeare? What did Shakespeare do? Singer, right? Muhammad Ali, I'm gonna go with. Chris Brown. Biggie or Albert Einstein? Albert Einstein for sure. Tupac for sure. Elon. What? Obama or The Rock? Okay, this is a very, very hard one. I want to give it to The Rock. I want to give it to The Rock, bro. The Rock is... It's a hard one. Kurt Cobain, 100%. Stan Lee or Tom Brady? Another hard one, bro. But Stan Lee's Marvel, man. But Tom Brady's the greatest athlete of all time. I got to go with Stan Lee, bro. Stan Lee got that award to him. Kim Jong-un or Christopher Columbus? In 1942, Christopher Columbus sailed the ocean blue. To be fair, he did discover ocean. But Kim is Kim, you know, in his own way. MLK or Genghis Khan? What did Genghis Khan do? What did Genghis do, chat? He raped people, women, and killed people. Let me just look at that up. Yo, Maddie, is this you? Okay, let me ask y'all a question. How the f does anyone know 1162? Like, bro, come on, bro. 1227. Who the f was alive for that? Like, let's be real. Check his KD. $40 million cap. That's cap. Stop it. There's no shit he had a 40 million to 1 KD. On God. How? All right, so who has more aura in your guys' opinion then? I think it's still MLK. But killing... did he actually kill 40 million people? He killed how many people in 1 hour? He saved the ozone layer? From what? Oh, man. I just think if you guys are going to say Hitler, I got to go with Genghis Khan. Like, if we're being real, I'm sorry, but it's a hard one, bro. And, you know, you got to go with Michael Jordan, though. I'm just being real. You know, I love Juice, but you got to go with Michael Jordan right here. And that's a very hard one. Oh, yeah, John Jones, 100%. Me. Come on, bro. It's not even a question. Chad, who the f*** is this? Sweater, stop being weird. Who is this? A black samurai? But I'm saying who is... From where? I know Rey Mysterio. Oh, you gotta give it to Putin. John Murray, Abraham Lincoln, 100%. What bill was Abraham Lincoln on? Okay, Osama bin Laden or Duke Dennis? I gotta give it to Osama bin Laden. Sorry, Duke, but goddamn. The Undertaker, 100%. Keanu Reeves, they got that aura to him. Bad Bunny. Queen Elizabeth, I think, right? Who's Alexander the Great? What did he do? Chad, is this bad that I know nothing about history? What did he do? Why are you putting question marks? What did he do? He fought in the Rome War? Yeah, but what did he do? Look it up. Alexander the Great. Like, what is BC? Before Christ, right? So, like, July 356. Like, how the f*** is that even possible? That makes zero sense. I mean, dude, I'm not trying to be weird, chat, but how do you even know this guy was alive? Like, bro, who the f*** date back to BC? How do y'all know, though? Books? Yeah, I understand, but guys, I can write a book about me being Adin Ross the Great. You know what I'm saying? Like, how do you guys know that history books are, like, real? One thing I know is a fact, though, is I do believe that Jesus Christ, obviously, because it's obvious, Jesus Christ was obviously human. So it's like, I get why they call it before Christ, though. But I'm saying, like, no, chat, I'm saying Jesus Christ was human before God. You know what I'm saying? That's known. He was a man. You know what I mean? Before he was God, he was a man. So, okay. So what I'm asking you guys is, why are you guys putting question marks? Wait, did I... No, Jews don't believe that. Nah, the Jews believe in Abraham. I thought in Christianity Jesus Christ is God. No. So why is everyone saying that? Oh, he's the son of God? I thought in Christianity, Jesus Christ is God. That's why it's called Christianity, Jesus Christ. Okay, so who in Christianity who's God, who's the God then? No, I know God is God. I understand. But just how it like in Islam there's the God is because there's prophets in Islam, right? And Allah is God in Islam, right? In Judaism, it's Abraham. And then what is it in Christian? I thought in Christianity it was Jesus. So why the f*** is everyone mad at me? I don't know what. Like, bro, I'm not Christian, so I can't, you know what I mean? I don't legal. Can you actually help me out? Okay, let's just move on. Because I actually don't understand what I'm saying is wrong. I want to understand, but I don't. You guys just call me idiots. Jay-Z or Denzel Washington? Gotta go Jay-Z, billionaire. I'm sorry. Tyler, the Creator, Elvis Presley. Elvis Presley. Cardi or Charles Manson? All right, this is a hard one. But I'm gonna say Charles Manson. You know what I'm saying? It's all about who's more famous, and yeah, Charles Manson for sure. DDG or Johnny Depp? Johnny Depp. Uzi or Beyonce? Uzi. J. Cole or J. Cole? Lil Wayne or... I'm sorry, but I don't know who that is. Rihanna or Conor McGregor? Conor McGregor. I'm gonna say Young Boy. Oh yeah, we gotta go Prime D Rose right here. I love you, Brucey, but MJ. Oh, we're in the next round. LeBron or Julius? LeBron. Wait, why is everyone putting question marks? Shit, Simo. Yay or David Bowie? Yay. Adin or Pablo Escobar? This is a hard one, bro. Man. The entire chat is saying Adin. I mean, dude, yeah, guys, I know you're right, but I'm trying to think. What's Pablo Escobar's story? Like, what's his story, you know?
He was the mastermind behind one of the largest drug empires the world has ever seen. But at what cost? Pablo Escobar, born in Colombia in 1949, rose to power in the 70s as the head of the Medellin cartel. He controlled the majority of the global cocaine trade and used his immense wealth to corrupt the highest levels of government and law enforcement. The violence and bloodshed that surrounded Escobar's empire was unprecedented. Entire neighborhoods were terrorized, countless lives were lost, and the fabric of Colombian society was torn apart. In 1993, after a years-long manhunt, Pablo Escobar was finally killed in a dramatic police operation. But his legacy lives on, a warning to all of what can happen when greed and power are left unchecked. The cost of his empire was high. That cost was everything. He was the mastermind behind one.
Let's just look it up on Google. What is Adin Ross known for? Collaboration with celebrities and live stream NBA 2K and GTA 5 games. What do you actually build? The answer is nothing, really. Google trend? My heart is breaking, and yes, it's sure. What do I type in? Mavs lost? What was the score? Type your name. Okay. What are we looking for? 100 to 90. Wait, what do you mean? Compare? To what? Oh, to Pablo Escobar. Wow. Well, am I red? No, I'm not. Okay. Got it. You got to go Elon. Love Muhammad Ali though. Genghis Khan for sure. Kobe. Hitler. Putin. Jesus Christ for sure. Kim Jong-un. All right, this is a hard one, bro. And this is the debate I had with Convy. I think it's Michael Jackson. I'm sorry, but I think it's Michael Jackson. I'm sorry to all my Messi friends. I think it's Michael Jackson, bro. This is going to be a tough one. And it's controversial. But you guys got to understand, bro. Michael Jackson is the most famous man, I think, in entertainment ever. Let's just look up Google. I ain't gonna lie, bro. People legit bro, pass out over him. Bro, he would legit sell out like the craziest. Yeah, no, it's Michael Jackson, bro. It's not even close. I want to ask Combi who he thinks it. I want to actually ask Combi. I actually want to ask him because I want to see if he changed his answer. Hold on, he says Don D&D, I think. Hold on. And you guys know Combi's the biggest dick sucker. Hey, question for you, bro. And now I'm doing a thing for the aura. Who's got it, Michael Jackson or Messi? And be real, I know you love Messi, but think about what we talked about. I want to know from a Messi fan.
I ain't gonna lie, bro.
Be honest. Don't lie.
Me personally, I'll go with Messi. I'm gonna be honest, but
yeah, you personally, I know, but be real. If you're like the whole world,
I'll be honest. I think either way, Messi, bro. That nigga conquered the entire, like, not like no god wise, but like, I don't know, bro. He like conquered the world in no way for soccer, bro. That nigga.
Okay, but do you know what Michael Jackson did, bro?
Like, search up Messi after he won the World Cup, how Argentina got, bro. Like, that nigga is just like, I don't know. He's on another level, bro. I'm gonna be honest, bro.
Okay, give me 1 second. I'm gonna compare them. Let's just see all-time comparisons. Michael Jackson, bro. Nah, bro. Michael Jackson, bro. Hold on a second. Michael Jackson versus it's got to be all-time. Wait.
I know they're both crazy, to be honest, though.
How do you spell Messi's name? I got it. Damn, it's actually neck to neck, but damn, this is only the past day. Let's look up. I'm not gonna lie, bro. Michael Jackson won, bro.
Let me see.
But I don't want to do only United States. I want to do worldwide.
Oh, hell no, nigga. There's only the United States. Obviously, he's gonna win.
Well, it can't be past day, though. It's got to be 2004 to present. Oh, nah. Oh, nah, Connie. Oh, nah.
What was that?
Oh, nah.
What the I mean, nigga, it's still pretty even, though. Like,
it kind of is, actually.
bro, it's still even.
But Michael Jackson had no social media, no internet.
Nah, that is true. I ain't gonna lie. I respect Michael Jackson a lot.
If Michael Jackson had social media, he'd be the #1 most followed person in the world, I think.
That's still debatable, bro. Like, search up Ronaldo and them. Search up Ronaldo and Michael Jordan.
I actually want to compare Ronaldo with Oh, no, Messi's bigger than Ronaldo. Wait. Is he, though? Who's bigger?
Like, on Instagram, he's not, but, like, I don't know.
Hold on, who's actually bigger, Messi or Ronaldo?
Aura doesn't really go off followers and shit like that. It's just, like, how you carry yourself. I feel like, I don't know, like...
Argentina fans bowing to Messi? What the Oh,
like, bro,
fuck.
crazy videos of Messi.
That kind of just gave me some chills.
Yo, chat, somebody ate his chest under the video after he won the World Cup, like Argentina in the highway and shit like that, after he won the World Cup.
I'm going to watch it right now.
Like, look at that video and then you're going to be like, nah, what the is this?
I'm watching them make a decision. Bye. But chat, is this really that crazy? Like, how many people are in attendance? What the? There's no way that's actually Argentina right now after Messi won. How many people was that? Okay, but they're not all wearing Messi jerseys. Some of them are probably wearing Schneider jerseys. What's that one guy he played with? Like, to be real, I'm being real. I'm just being realistic. They're not all there for Messi. They're there for the whole team. You know what I'm saying? So, Suarez, exactly. So, that's what I'm saying, though. I would say, like, 75% are Messi. Facts or cap? Okay, this is actually insane, though. I still think Michael Jackson's bigger. People in Japan knew who Michael Jackson was. Know who Michael Jackson is. Yo, people in North Korea probably know who Michael Jackson is. Dude, you guys gotta understand, that guy is huge. I think MJ still clears. And aura is aura. At the end of the day, bro, you know, Michael Jackson is, aura means rare and means more famous. It's a bunch of things combined. So with that being said, I'm gonna go with MJ. How do you guys feel? Randy Orton or Bruce Lee for sure. Raw than Hino. Einstein. I gotta go with Pac. Yo, you guys are about to be on dick. I gotta go with Pac. Pac. El Chapo. Bro, El Chapo. Drake or Lil Wayne? All right, so if we're talking aura, I gotta go with Wayne. You know what I mean? If we're talking straight aura, I gotta go Wayne. And I'm just trying to be real, because Wayne is really like OG now at this point. You know, he's been in the game for a minute, and it's like more longer than Drake. So gotta go with Wayne right here. The Rock. Ronaldo or Mike Tyson? Ronaldo. It's a hard one, bro. Dude, it's so hard on God. It's a hard one, dude. Don't say what the it is hard. Do you guys not know that Keanu Reeves is like a superhuman, bro? But I gotta go X, because that personally is my personal favorite one out of this. Go with Desmond. He's the best medic of all time. Stanley or Chris Brown? Stanley. John Jones, in my opinion. Greatest MMA fighter of all time. Ted Bundy. This is a hard one, bro. I love Mr. Beast to death, bro. I love him. Like, but bro, McGregor is like, he literally made me like love UFC. Like, I don't know. That's my GOAT. I mean, everyone loves Conor, bro. Literally everybody knows that, like, and don't call me a casual, but bro, y'all know that McGregor like literally changed the sport. The league. Like, he changed it, bro. You gotta go with YB right here. I don't know. Go Alexander. You guys claim he's a warrior. I've never heard of him before. No offense. Pop Smoke. Osama Bin Laden. Alright. Kurt Cobain or The Undertaker? Kurt Cobain for sure. Tupac or Ye? I'm gonna say Ye. I'm gonna say Ye. The Rock or Bruce Lee? Bruce Lee was... I like Bruce Lee. Personally, I'm gonna go Lil Wayne for this one, chat. This is a hard one, bro. This is a very, very tough one. This is probably the hardest one we've had. But I gotta go Elon, bro. Richest man of all... Like, bro, come on, bro. Gotta go Elon. Gotta go Elon. Oh, my God. Guys, come on, MJ. Yes or no to MJ? No? You know, I saw a meme of Hitler today and I said, get me juice, not gas the Jews or some shit. And like, like, bro, who's like making these memes? Osama bin Laden had more aura than Ronaldo. Sorry if you guys think that's a bad one, but I had to go with it. I'm just being real. Kobe or MJ? Bro, personally, I want to go with Kobe. Like, dude, like, I don't care if I'm being biased, bro. Like, I grew up watching Kobe, bro. Like, this is like I love Kobe, bro. But MJ is MJ, bro. It's so hard. I love Kobe, though, bro. Gotta go MJ, though. I know. LeBron, bro. Don't be weird. LeBron's John Jones, LeBron. Desmond one's a sniper and one's a medic. They both save lives, so this is a hard one. Hard comparison. But I'm going to go with Simo. Putin. I love you, McGregor, but Putin. Jesus Christ. Genghis Khan. He killed more people. That sounds crazy. Oh, my God. That sounded crazy. Bro, no. This is bad. What the did I just say? Bro, that's bad. El Chapo. Sorry, chat. I gotta go to Albert Einstein, bro. It's the smartest man of all time. Highest IQ score of all time. Kurt Cobain or Pop Smoke for me, personally. I'm gonna go YB over Alexander the Great, just because I don't know who Alexander is. No offense. Hitler or El Chapo? Hitler. Lil Wayne or gotta go Wayne. Sorry. Albert Einstein or Osama bin Laden. It's a hard one, bro. Let me try to think real quick. I gotta say Osama, dude. I like Osama because he's a terrorist, right? But bro, like this picture itself is like legendary. Like, bro, you have this picture in CSGO back in the day. Genghis Khan or Bruce Lee? That's a tricky one, huh? Oh, this is hard, dude. Gotta go with Michael Jackson, though. Gotta go with Michael Jackson over Ye. I have to, bro. I got to. And that's hard. Gotta go.
Make me happy, shine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You'll never know deep.
I love you, LeBron, but obviously. Personally, I want to go with Pop Smoke on this one. I just love Pop Smoke. I'm sorry. Oh, this chat. All the YB dick suckers. I'm going Pop Smoke. I don't give a hard one, bro. Why is Trump not on this list? Because Trump would be in the round of 16. Why Trump really got aura, chat. Do y'all agree Trump is like probably like top 5 if we're being real? Like, why is Trump not on this list? Liberal made it. It's a hard one, bro. And I want to go with Elon because, but Putin is, bro. Putin really like. It's hard, bro. I might go with Putin on this one, bro. Bro, it's hard. Someone said, free Cybertruck stop working. No, for real. Yo, chat, I'm not gonna lie. Tell me if I'm wrong or right about this, what I'm about to say. I feel like all these electric cars, somebody out there in the world could just push a button and they all just stop. Like, I really feel like that. And maybe I'm paranoid, but one day, like, if they ever want to control the out of us, they could do it. That's why, like, I will never, ever, ever, like, primarily drive an electric car. I'm afraid to. I really feel like that. And maybe I'm paranoid or tripping, but, bro, I really feel like that. So why'd you buy 30 Teslas? So my employees have them, so my employees could drive them around. In case that happens, then they're controlled, not me. All right, anyways. Let's see here. All right, Putin or Elon, chat? I'm gonna let y'all make the decision. Y'all are saying Putin. Okay. All right, we got like the final 8. Jesus Christ is gonna win, obviously. I want to see who goes down. All right, chat. This is what I was waiting for. This one right here. Listen, bro. Just hear me the out. Because technically, if you guys are going by KDRs and all this dumbass shit, then Genghis Khan beats Hitler. Technically speaking, right? You can't do that. You can't go based off of just a KDR. It's just not right. Because Hitler's KDR is what? It's not 6,000,001. No, it's not. All right? Michael Jackson was more known than Hitler. Look at what? Where's your Lego? Never seen this chat move so fast for Hitler. Look up a speech. All right, bro, I will.
Du meine Arbeit für richtig hältst, ob du glaubst, dass ich fleißig gewesen bin, dass ich gearbeitet habe, dass ich mich in diesen Jahren für dich eingesetzt habe, dass ich anständig meine Zeit verwendet habe im Dienste meines Volkes. Gib du jetzt deine Stimme ab. Wenn ja, dann tritt für mich ein, so wie ich für dich.
Like, bro, what is he saying, dude? No, I'm not, like, bro.
Der nationalen Regierung auf den Gebieten des wirtschaftlichen Lebens. Hier wird
No, I'm not getting him on. What do you say?
Gesetz alles Handeln bestimmen. Das Volk lebt nicht für die Wirtschaft und die Wirtschaft existiert nicht für das Kapital, sondern das Kapital dient der Wirtschaft.
I can not understand a word, but can definitely sense the energy in the speech. It paralyzes your mind to just focus and listen. Ever wonder why they don't post subtitles over Hitler's speeches? Because you might end up agreeing with what he said. Oh no, this dude's a Nazi. Yeah, what's going on, bro? The passion he delivers. Why are there Hitler fans? No. What is, yo, bro. What is going on? Kind of scary that I don't even know what he's saying, but I know that he sounds very convincing. I don't speak German, but he convinced me. My battery before speech won't. Yeah, this is bad on God. No. Yeah, this is really bad. No, I'm not even joking. This is really like, yo, this is actually like scary fucked. Why is the whole comments on his dick?
Und die Wirtschaft dem Volk. Und der Bruch, der uns in den 14 Punkten Wilsons gemachten Zusicherung.
Yo, by the way, I want to say something like, yo, chat, what if it's like someone's first time on a kick stream and they turn this shit on? Like, what am I doing right now, bro? Like, this is bad.
Begann für Deutschland, das heißt,
I'm not bad. He's bad, Riri. Wait, is this Kino der Toten? Is this the room with Kino der Toten in it? Is this the auditorium where there's like the thing, the telepad right here where you go pack a punch right here?
Zusicherungen begann für Deutschland, das heißt für das schaffende deutsche Volk, eine Zeit grenzenlosen Unglücks.
Does anybody got a translated speech from him?
I said, where's the whiskey? He said, down below. I said, let's go down and take a look at it. So we went down, and there were those 2 bottles of cognac, label on it, for the first use only. I grabbed those 2, and that's all I wanted. Gave one to Sink. I brought one home, and of course I kept it. And at Steve's bar mitzvah, I decided to open it up and drink it there, which I did. And of course,
he's Jewish. W guy.
Threw the bottle away. So somebody asked me about, I don't know, a couple of years ago, what happened to the empty bottle? I said, I threw it away. Threw it away.
Du meine Arbeit für richtig hältst, ob du glaubst, dass ich fleißig gewesen bin, dass ich gearbeitet habe, dass ich mich in diesen Jahren für dich eingesetzt habe, dass ich anständig.
Bro, what am I seeing, bro?
Look at this baby. So gentle.
Nah, that
Innocent.
baby.
You'd think this child would grow up to become a good man. An honest man. Well,
Yo.
think again.
This chat is... Bro, what am I watching, bro? What the am I watching?
Hitler was born Adolphus Hitler in 1889 in a small town in Austria-Hungary. His father, Alois Schicklgruber, was born out of wedlock.
Fuck that
but eventually
guy.
changed his name to that of his step.
Chat, would you rather save Adin Ross or Hitler? And don't lie. I saw a tweet saying that I would buy a Hitler skin before I'd ever buy an Adin Ross skin on Call of Duty.
Father, becoming Alois Hitler. Alois was a mid-level Austrian customs officer. Not really rolling in cash, but certainly rolling in women. He married a rich, older lady, but then immediately started having affairs, including one with a much younger house servant. A few years later...
There you go. Her name was Motzelsberger. So, Hitler's Jewish.
He left his sick wife to be with his mistress, but since the Catholic Church didn't...
So, chat, Hitler's dad left his sick wife to be with another girl. Dad.
...allow divorce at the time, he couldn't marry her. So he waited for his old wife to die and had
Bro.
a child in the meantime. Then his wife died, so he married his mistress and had another child. But then his new wife got sick, so he employed his much, much younger cousin Clara to take care of her. Then when his new wife died, he immediately got Clara, his cousin, pregnant, and then married her. In that order, you...
What the fuck?
Rock star. Clara and Alois had 3 children together, who all tragically died while in infancy. So when the 4th child, Adolf, came along, Clara spoiled him rotten. The Hitlers had 2 more kids, and the family moved around a few times, meaning Adolf had to attend 5 different elementary schools. Adolf's father was strict, quick to anger, and took most of it out on the eldest son, until he had enough and ran away at the age of 14, leaving 7-year-old Adolf to do most of the chores and get berated by his father.
Well, no wonder why he is what he is. Like, look what his dad was doing to him. Practically getting raped.
The result was a difficult relationship with his dad while he was super attached to his mother, who worried over him and his health excessively. Hitler did well in school at first. His grades were good and his teachers praised him. He was popular with the other kids and enjoyed gathering them together to play war games. He also loved reading and particularly liked stories about cowboys and Indians. As he grew older though, he started to get into trouble. He was caught smoking once, organized a raid on a local orchard, tormented his pro-Austria religion teacher with symbolic gestures, displaying his allegiance to the idea.
So cute, you guys are saying. No, he's... Dude, no, he's not.
Of United
It's an ugly-ass
Germanic people under
baby.
a greater German state in defiance of Habsburg Austria. You know, the usual. All of this enraged Adolf's father, who punished him severely. The area of Austria-Hungary that Hitler lived in was once part of the German Confederation, and many of the people who lived there considered themselves to be German. Adolf tended to just go against whatever his father said, and since his father was an Austrian public official, Hitler got big into German nationalism.
Wait, so the Austrians were Jews?
This enraged Adolf's father, who punished him severely.
I mean, dude, his dad beat the out of him like 100 times.
Around this time, a family tragedy struck. His 6-year-old brother, whom he loved a lot, died of measles when Adolf was 10.
Smoking on
and
your
was
grave,
buried in
Adolf.
a cemetery just across from their home.
Smoking on your dead
Around
brother.
this time, neighbors reported a change in the young boy. Strange behaviors such as talking to trees and staying up late staring at the stars on the cemetery walls.
Y'all
He
are
lost
weird.
interest in
Yo, this chat. Yo, it's too far. Yeah, I know. My mom was here, bro. She'd have freaked the out.
religion, and his school grades started to decline, which enraged his father, who punished him severely.
This is crazy.
It also didn't help that he had just entered high school, and the cool city boys treated him like a rural
He got bullied, chat. Ha ha. Ha ha.
peasant. He had to repeat a grade and had little interest in most
Dumbass.
subjects, instead spending his time reading and drawing, which he was quite good at. One day his father said, "Son, someday you'll be a big balls public official like me." And Adolf replied, "No, father, I'm going to become an artist and soar high above the clouds with the eagles." This enraged his father, but by this time he was an old-ass man, so he just sort of let it go, and then died of a lung hemorrhage. Hitler just about passed his final semester, and celebrated in the typical way, by getting blackout drunk and wiping his ass with the certificate. However, he didn't take the overall final school exam, instead just dropping out. The now 16-year-old boy was unemployed, without much purpose in life, and for the next 3 years he stayed that way. He spent most of his time at the opera with his only friend, August Kubizek. Kubizek later wrote his memories of the young Hitler, and said he was passionately interested in many things, felt he was in many ways better than others his age, was quick to anger just like his father, and an incredible speaker once he was ranting. When he was 18, he said a very sad goodbye to his mother and went to Vienna to take the entrance exam for art school. He failed. Soon after, he had to return home. His mother was sick, and her health was rapidly deteriorating. Hitler stayed by her side, and when she eventually died, the family doctor said he had never seen someone so overwhelmed with grief as Hitler was. Then Hitler
Damn.
returned to Vienna, still hoping to find a career
Like, why do I actually feel sad? On God.
in the
What am I saying, bro? This guy.
arts, but he never did. Instead, without parental support, Hitler ended up on the streets. Now in his early 20s, he spent a few rough years living in and out of homeless shelters, making what little he could from selling postcards he painted. It's hard to pinpoint exactly when and how Hitler's extreme ideological beliefs formed, but his time in Vienna would have certainly played a role. Anti-Semitism was widespread in the city. The mayor, whom Hitler supported, was an outspoken anti-Semite. There were many right-wing anti-Semitic newsletters, which Hitler took a keen interest in. He bought into the conspiracy theories and became a firm believer in the idea that there are many races in constant struggle with one another, the purest of which were the German Aryan people, and the worst of which, he believed, were Jews.
Why? Why are the Jews the worst people?
Since Austria-Hungary was a multi-ethnic empire full of lesser races, Hitler wasn't a fan. So when he was 24, he moved to Munich in Germany to avoid doing military service, and for one more year he was a drifter on the streets, until something huge happened. In 1914, long-standing tensions in Europe erupted into the First World War. Crowds across Europe celebrated the news. Within days, Hitler volunteered for the German army. The war gave him a purpose in life.
That was him. On God, that was him.
Soldiers gave him friendship and brotherhood. Despite the horrors of war, Hitler considered it to be the best time of his life. He was reportedly a brave soldier and was awarded the Iron Cross, first class. He was also very lucky and had many close encounters with death. His luck ran out in 1916, however, when an artillery shell injured his leg. He went back to Germany to recover and was outraged to find a general apathetic anti-war attitude among the exhausted and hungry German populace. With the war turning against Germany, he returned to the front lines, but was temporarily blinded by a British gas attack in 1918.
Don't be weird.
A month later, still recovering in hospital, Hitler learned of Germany's defeat and surrender. The terms of the peace treaty were tough on Germany. It had to pay a lot of money and lose a lot of soldiers. These conditions weakened Germany and humiliated the German people. Europe's borders changed after the war too. New countries were formed out of Russia's lost territory. Austria-Hungary was dissolved.
He did not get
and there
back.
was one big new country splitting Germany into two. Hitler, seeing the country he loved humiliated like this, said that hatred grew in him for those responsible, by which he meant communists and Jews, who he believed had stabbed Germany in the back by spreading dissent and anti-war propaganda back home.
Y'all wanna watch part 2 or nah? This is where he becomes Adolf. Look at you guys. You never like when I watch videos, but now all of a sudden you want me to watch it? Weird ass chat on God.
Since Germany's military had to be reduced, Hitler could no longer remain a soldier after the war, but he kept working for the army as an informant. After the war, communists in Germany had attempted a revolution, and the government was worried about communism in general. So Hitler was tasked with infiltrating and reporting on any new political parties that could pose a communist threat.
So he was basically being a spy, basically, and he hated the communists and the Jews. Oh God, he's weird as this spy. He's a fed and a op.
A new party called the German Workers' Party threw up a whole bunch of red flags, so Hitler went along to one of their meetings, but found that they weren't communist at all. They were extreme right and shared many of his extreme beliefs, so he left the army and signed up to join the party. His fantastic speaking abilities impressed the party's leadership and supporters, and he very quickly rose to the top. He decided the party needed a makeover, so he renamed it to the National Socialist German Workers' Party, or Nazi for short, and he gave it a new color scheme. The Nazis weren't very specific on
You guys know the swastika was actually meant peace for Jews, right?
policy, but Hitler made extravagant promises to return Germany to its former glory by undoing the Treaty of Versailles and reuniting all ethnic Germans into one nation. He also said that only pure Aryan people should be allowed to be citizens, and that all Jews would lose their citizenship.
The fuck?
These ideas were already common in extreme right politics, but what set the Nazis apart was Hitler himself, and they quickly became the leading party on the extreme right. Many of the political parties in Germany at the time had paramilitary wings, and the Nazis were no different. Hitler set up the very descriptive Whole Protection Detachment.
This is I don't care.
Very delightful Gymnastic and Sports Division, and finally
Why are they giving him so much control, bro?
Or SA for short. Their job was to defend Nazi party meetings and intimidate political opponents, and they would frequently engage in battles with communists on the streets. Since the Allies had demanded a reduction in Germany's military size, many trained soldiers were left unemployed. They liked the Nazi ideology, and it was only natural for them to join the SA, which grew larger and larger over time. The new democratic government that formed after World War I was pretty weak and ineffective. In order to pay reparations to the Allies, it started printing more money. The problem is that
you guys are actually enjoying this video. I'm gonna stop pausing. You guys are enjoying this shit for real? Yes or no?
Printing money
Weird-ass
doesn't
fucking
actually
chat.
give a country more money, it just makes money less valuable. So as the country printed more and more money, it became worth less and less, and the currency crashed. In 1919, $1 was worth about 4 German marks. By December 1923, $1 was equal to 4.2 trillion marks. The price of bread rose to 200 billion marks. Banknotes became worthless.
He ruined the economy,
Unsurprisingly,
chat.
In such an economic crisis, Germany struggled to pay the Allies. The French were pissed about this, so they occupied the Ruhr, an area full of factories, and took the economic output from
It was
the
not
area
the
as
Jews.
payment. They treated the German civilians badly, and in total, approximately 130 Germans were killed during the occupation. Germans were furious, and Hitler and the Nazis thought that now would be a great time to lead a revolution. In November 1923, inspired by something a certain bold Italian man
Who's
did a year
this, chat?
earlier, Hitler stormed a meeting at a beer hall and called for an uprising against the government. With his supporters, he marched on the streets of Munich, hoping the police would join his side. They did not.
Should have killed him.
Hitler was put on trial for treason. He could have been sentenced to life, but the right-wing judges thought he was a pretty cool guy. Hitler knew the judges and knew that they would be lenient.
What
so
the
he took the opportunity to make impassioned speeches during the trial. And in the end, he was sentenced to just 5 years in prison, of which he only served 9 months. And when I say prison, it was more like a pleasant hotel stay where he had plenty of time to write a book.
Yeah, this is crazy on God. You put this guy in prison for 5 years. Why does he serve a full 5 years? That's some. And it was really like a hotel. And then he writes Mein Kampf.
The whole affair was covered by the media nationwide, and it made Hitler famous. Hitler and his extreme message were now known throughout
Who's reading
Germany.
that
The
book?
everyday Germans still didn't care much for him. In the 1928 election, the Nazis only won about 2% of the vote. Many were still intimidated by all the violence and the shouting and how unpolitician-like he was. But a new economic crisis would change all of that. To help Germany pay its reparations, America agreed to give it loans. In October 1929, the Wall Street crash happened, and America wanted its money back. The economic strain this put on an already struggling Germany was severe.
Hey, chat, how much is
Unemployment
United States in
skyrocketed.
debt?
Poverty was widespread, and Germans were sick of it. It was clear that the newly formed democracy wasn't working. In
Who
the
caused
face
the
of
crash?
crisis, Germans began moving to the political extremes. If you were German and wanted change, your choices now were either the communists or the Nazis. Hitler claimed that he was the only one who could return Germany to its former glory.
Cap.
The Nazi Party used propaganda to make Hitler seem like a great and powerful man, and they gave the German people a scapegoat to blame for all their suffering. The promise of a single strong dictator was a breath of fresh air for Germans after years of failing democracy. Some bought into his extreme ideology. Some didn't agree with the racism, but were willing to vote for him anyway. Many didn't know much about politics at all, but just got caught up in the hype.
Look how
Election
brainwashed
after
they got,
election,
bro.
The Nazis became more and more popular,
No
until
way.
in 1932, they became the biggest
This is so bad on God. Like, they're getting brainwashed at.
party in the German parliament. Hitler came to truly believe that he was some sort of great, destined savior of Germany. He turned megalomaniac. He decided to run for president, and did surprisingly well, but still lost to the extremely popular World War I general, Paul von Hindenburg. Since he was now the leader of the biggest party though, he demanded President Hindenburg make him chancellor. But Hindenburg was reluctant, seeing that Hitler was clearly such a big racist. Industry leaders urged Hindenburg to give Hitler the chancellorship, fearing the rising support for communism, and leader of the Center Party von Papen, who had been secretly negotiating with Hitler, said to Hindenburg, "How about we make Hitler chancellor on the condition that I get to be vice chancellor and most government jobs go to us moderate conservatives? That way, I'll get to keep my power, we'll get to keep our power and we'll control Hitler like he's our angry little puppet." What could possibly go wrong?
And he
As
lied.
it turned out, everything.
Yup.
Hitler became Chancellor of Germany in January 1933, but
He
he was
lied.
not yet a dictator. In February, the German parliament building was set on fire. Historians still aren't sure who did it, and many suspect the Nazis did it themselves.
Of course
Hitler
he did.
blamed the communists, and he convinced President Hindenburg to sign an emergency decree allowing him to imprison all communists and other political opponents.
Bro.
Communists and others were sent off to the first concentration camp in Dachau. At this time, the elderly President Hindenburg passed away, giving Hitler the perfect opportunity. He introduced a law to parliament that would allow him to make all future laws and decisions entirely on his own. With his political opponents imprisoned and the SA intimidating others, Hitler's law passed. Just 2 months after becoming chancellor,
He's
Hitler
so
was now
scary.
a dictator. He still had one problem. The leader of the SA wanted the SA to take over the job of the regular German army, and the German army didn't like that idea. Hitler needed to maintain the support of his professionally trained German army, more so than his rough and rowdy SA. So one night in June 1934, he had Röhm and many other of his own SA officers rounded up and murdered. While he was at it, he took the opportunity to brutally settle some personal scores as well. Politicians who had disagreed with him in the past,
I'm sorry, but this
reporters
video
who
is trash.
negative articles about him. One guy who did
I wish
absolutely
cheese was
nothing.
in the
they thought
Holocaust.
he
What
was
is wrong
someone
with you,
else.
bro?
In some cases, even their families were murdered. In total, up to 200 people were killed in what became known as the Night of the Long Knives. The army, now satisfied that they wouldn't be replaced, pledged total allegiance to their new Führer, and Hitler's control was now absolute. Life in Germany changed violently. Freedom of the press,
Why is it
expression,
growing? Who
and
is
public
falling for this
assembly
crap?
was suspended. Jews were initially branded and their businesses boycotted, and eventually Hitler would go on to have 6 million Jewish men, women, and children killed in concentration camps.
How?
Hundreds of thousands of people were forced into sterilization for physical and mental imperfections. The Hitler Youth became a way to brainwash the young.
Yeah.
Boys were trained to fight and returned home from camp violent. Girls were told their purpose was to have many pure Aryan children, and they would sometimes return from camp pregnant. When their parents were understandably horrified, their children would threaten to turn them over to the Gestapo for standing in the way of Germany's greatness. The standard greeting changed, and you could be sent to a concentration camp for not using it. This
What?
way, it seemed like everyone was a Nazi supporter. If you dared oppose Hitler or speak out against him in any way, you also would be sent to a concentration camp. German nationalism captivated the young Adolf. Extreme ideology and anti-Semitism festered in him as a young man living a hard life on the streets. Germany's defeat in the First World War filled him with hatred and a thirst for vengeance. A political movement that treated him like a god, and hundreds of thousands looking up to him as their savior, made him a megalomaniac. And soon, his aggressive foreign policies would drag the world into a second tragic global conflict, otherwise known as
Why is he making shirts about it? We're not watching part 3, no. I don't want to watch where my people die. No.
This video was made possible by Skillshare. Churchill was a man with many talents. He was an artist, a butterfly enthusiast, and he had an unpublished manuscript about aliens. Clearly,
Who the
he
is
with an
this, bro?
insatiable thirst for knowledge. Maybe he could have loaded up his computer and
This is
logged
the
on to
best part.
Skillshare, an online learning community with more than 19,000 classes in design, quality classes, $10 a month. And if you'd like just $99,
He's literally making ads off of Hitler and like his friend. Like, what am I watching, bro? Like, this is so.
and learn some Italy and Japan all believe they're racially superior.
Hold on, Japan were Nazis too?
All feel hostility towards the Allies and all want to militarize and take over more stuff. And so they did.
Yo,
Let's
I feel like it's a 20 view. Yo, if you got smoke with me, chat, say your race and say me. I'm gonna start talking my then.
start with
Yo, bro. How? Yo, chat, how is this even fucking possible? Every country.
After this slightly embarrassing failure, Chamberlain resigned and was replaced
He
with
quit?
Winston
No, this is bad, oh god.
Churchill, who had a slightly different approach to dealing with the Germans. Hitler's overall strategy was similar to Germany's tack. The Allies had one
Yo, this is your last chance. Hold your ground. Chat, over under, does Hitler take over France? I'm gonna say he doesn't.
wanted to place troops in Belgium, but Belgium had refused.
Hitler really wanted to conquer the entire world. You guys do realize he would have killed everybody, right? I don't know what race y'all are. Yo, chat, he would have killed all of y'all. I'm being real. Unless you were German with blue eyes, you were gonna die.
And in a perilous journey to bring their young men home. With most of the French forces depleted, the Germans breezed through.
What? Dude, no. Come on, bro, the whole time. Look how big this is, bro. Why are you handing it over? It's your land, dude.
Taking Paris,
Bro, Hitler's the first to come up with a flank. Hitler invented a flank. How do y'all, bro, what? He flanked.
and France fell. What the Germans couldn't do in World War I, Hitler had done just like that. Hitler hoped that with the fall of France, the UK would also lose hope and sue for peace.
I ain't gonna lie, chat, he's not getting the UK. There's no way. I'm gonna tell you why he's not getting it, because it's a different pile of water.
Quite annoyingly,
I'm sorry, but
nah. And he needed to secure the Western Front, so he tried to force them into submission with mind games. The UK were now all alone, and Hitler wanted to emphasize that. First of all, just before France fell, Italy...
See, you idiots, all you British people, Hitler wanted you dead. Hitler wanted all the UK people dead. France dead. Poland dead. He wanted all of Europe dead and conquered, bro. Why are y'all putting W's? That's bad.
finally declared war on the Allies, making the UK's situation even worse. Next, instead of just occupying all of France, Hitler occupied the coastal areas for defense, but allowed France to continue its existence as a German puppet state. This way, it looked like the UK's old ally had decided to switch sides. Hitler also hoped that the UK wouldn't attack any of her old allies' navy bases or colonies in Africa, giving Hitler an extra line of defense.
So why were people... What country is this? Tell me... no, I'm going to ask you. What country is this? What country is this? France. Madagascar. Yo, Madagascar, you're a little island, bro. Why are you siding with Hitler? Mex, what is this right here? What is this? What is this? Mexico. So they don't get... Yeah, I can't, bro. Like, bro, chat, be honest. Would y'all join forces with him, or would y'all fight back? He's taking your yo, bro, chat, he is walking in your and taking it. He's literally saying, yo, give me your or get killed.
To this.
Yo, chat, I ain't gonna lie, this is getting actually, like, really interesting. Facts or cap? I ain't gonna lie, chat, this video, this is fire.
Allied colonies had joined the war in Britain's support. They would play a key role throughout the war, particularly in the African and Italian campaigns.
No, chat, not for that reason, because I just know we're gonna get utter sweet revenge. I can't wait. Chat, I'm like smiling how like I can't wait for Hitler to just die right here. Watch. The best part was seeing your ancestors in an oven. They were actually not in an oven. It's not funny. Nobody laughed. I don't want to see one kekwa. They actually weren't in an oven. They were put in gas chambers. Okay, and you're an uneducated swine.
On the Axis side, Germany, Italy, and Japan signed the defensive
tripartite pact, bringing
their military alliance even closer together.
Yeah.
The Soviet Union's war against Finland should have been an easy victory, but it became a humiliating struggle, and their military ineptitude was put on full display. In the end, they did force the Finns to sue for peace. Then,
why are y'all closing in more?
Campaign of pushing around much smaller countries.
Oh my god, dude!
By annexing the Baltic states and part of northern Romania. France's colonies in
Yo, he's getting every little inch of land.
Equatorial Africa were like,
what part of the world is this?
Join the Germans, and they all pledged their allegiance to free France.
W Africa,
which had to be taken by military force.
W Africa.
The Allies also tried to capture the strategic port of Dakar, but that ended in failure. Mussolini had seen Hitler's successes, and he thought now it was Italy's time to shine. So he tried to take British Somaliland, and that went pretty well. Then he tried to take Egypt, and that went less well.
Man, Egypt said, "Get the out of my face."
He tried to take Greece, and that went really badly.
Oh, nah, Hitler. Oh, nah, that's bad. I ain't gonna lie. Oh, nah, get back.
He began favoring a military campaign from the south and started sending British troops to Greece.
Yes, Lico.
All of this had Hitler pretty...
Is your hero whoever killed Hitler? Yes. Whoever kills Hitler in this video, you are my hero. Facts.
And he moved to protect his southern flank. He had been getting friendly with Hungary and twisted their arm into signing the tripartite
pact. Why do you dick suck every... Oh my god. Yo, I can't. He's taking over everything, chat.
Was designed to prevent any other countries from deciding to join the Allies. Specifically, Britain's old ally, the pesky United States of America. When war first broke out, American public opinion was strongly against joining in. In 1940, there was an election. The Republican candidate said, "I will not send any young Americans to die in Europe." And sitting President Franklin D. Roosevelt said, "I will also not send any young Americans to die in Europe."
Why, America? Why are y'all not trying to send troops to help? What the
Unless I have to, then I might. And Roosevelt won. Churchill asked him to join the war, but Roosevelt said,
"Oh my god,
no can do, Winston. But you know what? Here, have some weapons." America began supplying the Allies with food and munitions.
Oh my god!
But there was one problem. German U-boats were sinking thousands of Allied supply ships in the Atlantic, including...
Germany, you just with USA. Nah, this can't be good, chat.
If the Germans could sever Britain's supply line, the UK would starve. Throughout the war, the Allies had to come up with better technology to fight the U-boats. Improved radar, aircraft with longer range, better weaponry and convoy tactics. At one point,
they got motor
strikes. And said, "Pykrete. You take some wood, you take some ice, you put them together, you get pykrete." And then he pulled out a gun and shot some wood and it shattered. And then he shot some pykrete and the bullet ricocheted off it and hit someone else in the conference room. Then they tried to make a Pykrete aircraft carrier, but that idea was scrapped because that's a really dumb idea. In the end, Alan Turing and his team of codebreakers cracked Germany's enigma, and the U-boats gradually became less and less of a threat. Back in Africa, Britain decided to push Italy out of Egypt. Hey,
get out!
That was pretty easy, so they kept going. Hitler realized he was going to have to
oh my god, chat, we're getting it back.
Step in and do something. He went to Bulgaria and Yugoslavia and said, "Hey, I'm going to move troops through you to get to Greece, so either join us or, you know, be invaded." Bulgaria opted to join them. Yugoslavia opted to be invaded. Then
This is crazy, chat. How much conquering did they have?
Greece finally fell to the joint German-Italian invasion.
What?
The British had moved troops from North Africa to fight in Greece, which helped.
Like, what island is this? Epstein's? Where the is this? What the is this little island right here?
Rommel and his tank divisions pushed the British back to Egypt, and they could have kept going, but a small, mostly Australian force held out under siege for 8 months in Tobruk, denying the Germans a strategic port city and disrupting their supply line. Despite having some success in the Middle East, the British didn't seem like any real threat.
Good shit, boys.
Hey, Soviet Union, look out! With 3 million troops, Hitler launched the largest ground invasion in history, and Stalin was far from ready. Both Churchill and Roosevelt had warned him of an impending attack, but he dug his head in the sand, and the Soviets didn't stand a chance.
No, please don't.
Progress, with huge encircling movements capturing mind-boggling numbers of Russian troops. 250,000 at Bialystok, Minsk, 300,000 at Smolensk, nearly 700,000 at Kiev, and again at Vyazma and Bryansk. Leningrad was put under a siege that would last an insufferable 4 years. The invasion of Russia had been Hitler's main ideological goal from the beginning, and his hatred for the ethnic peoples there was now unleashed in all its fury. The Eastern Front of the Second World War was brutal for all that.
How the is he even getting in Russia? Wait, so hold on. Was Joseph Stalin Russian? Who owned Russia at that time?
Endured it. The Germans were now inside of Moscow, and that's it. It's all over. But then it happened. It got cold. Stupid cold. Hitler had hoped the Soviets would give up before winter, but they kept fighting.
See, Hitler, you were Jewish. You know, I know you're Jewish. You got too greedy, bro. You couldn't just take one little country to yourself. You have to invade this, that. You got to take over all these countries. Have your one country and just chill. Why do you need 100 countries? Maybe you really are Jewish and you hate yourself. And that's why you killed yourself.
His commanders came to him and said, "Can we please dig in for the winter and wait until the spring?" No, keep going. But oil is literally freezing inside our vehicles. That's fine. Keep going. We're having to leave the corpses of our frozen horses by the side of the road so we can still find our way in the snowdrift. Perfectly normal. Keep going. Hitler hadn't given his millions of men winter clothing and supplies because he thought he really should have won by now. Then, Stalin called in troops from the Siberian front, specially trained to fight in the extreme cold, and the Germans were no match. They were now being pushed back. They had no choice but to dig in and wait for winter to end.
Russians are tough. They serve for Stalin.
Germany's victories were staggering, and Japan was eager not to miss the victory bus. Their war in China had come to a standstill, but they wanted to keep expanding their sphere of
if you can't handle that weather,
sweet
you're just gonna get up.
They began making plans to expand southward, but there was a problem. Southeast Asia was heavily colonized by America and Great Britain. It was also full of ocean. Ocean meant naval combat, and there was no way the Japanese Navy could stand up to the US and the UK. So they thought, wouldn't it be nice?
Wait, is that why we bombed Japan? Because they were riding with Germany? I just realized that. Is that actually why?
Nice if we could destroy their navies before we begin our conquest?
Okay. I'm not even gonna say anything because no, never mind.
And so it was.
Oh my God.
On December 7th, 1941, the Japanese launched a surprise air raid on the US Pacific Fleet at Pearl Harbor and inflicted a huge amount of damage. They also attacked
Whoa. Japan started it?
Ocean meant naval combat, and there was no way the Japanese Navy could stand up to the US and the UK. So they thought, wouldn't it be nice if we could destroy their navies before we begin our conquest? And so it was. On December 7th, 1941, the Japanese launched a surprise air raid on the US Pacific Fleet at Pearl Harbor and inflicted a huge amount of damage. They also attacked British colonies in Southeast Asia. Roosevelt...
Got it. So, Japan wanted to slide for Germany by bombing Pearl Harbor. That's a big mistake.
No choice but to declare war on Japan, and so did Churchill. Hitler then declared war on America, even though he totally didn't have to. The attack on Pearl Harbor seemed like a big Japanese victory, but they didn't attack any of the naval repair
they celebrated
yards,
too
fuel
soon.
storage tanks, or the submarine base, meaning the Pacific Fleet would be up and running again pretty soon.
This is from Black Ops 1 campaign,
the Japanese
chat.
were able to begin their conquest. They took Guam, the Gilbert Islands, Wake Island,
Wait,
Hong Kong,
what?
and the Philippines. They forced Thailand to join them so they could march
You
their troops through the Malaya.
Japanese!
They swept through Singapore, North
What
Borneo,
the fuck?
the East Indies, New Guinea, the Solomons, and they were now threatening northern Australia and the borders of India. Japan's victory had been as staggering as the Germans, and it reinforced the Japanese idea that this was a divine war which they were destined to win. But their victories had been based on speed, not power, and power would eventually catch up with them. For now, though, in all occupied nations,
Bro,
people
chat.
suffered.
If you're locked in on this shit,
forced
put
labor,
me. This is
harsh
so
punishments
entertaining
for
on
anyone
God.
who spoke out against their occupiers. In Europe, the Nazis were rounding up ethnic minorities and other unwanted groups and individuals. In particular, millions of Jewish people would suffer through the terrible events of the Holocaust.
Why? So no, chat, don't laugh. All of this is happening. Japan's bombing this. this country, this India getting, but let's just hit the Jews. Why? Why not go? Nah, this. Oh God, this is actually up.
The Nazis were rounding up ethnic minorities and other unwanted groups and individuals. In particular, millions of Jewish people would suffer through the terrible events of the Holocaust.
Why?
Brave resistance
Why the Jews?
in defiance of their invaders.
This is the good part. Yeah, you're getting timed out.
And hope was coming. Winter was over, and Hitler could continue his push eastward. But this time, he switched up his strategy. He wanted to focus on the south. His plan was to cut off the Russian armies in the Caucasus, an area full of oil, and then invade the Caucasus and take all the oil. His forces moved across the north with ease, and Hitler got cocky. He rerouted the 4th Panzer Army south early, leaving the 6th Army to complete
Dude, how is this possible, bro?
To do so, the 6th Army had to reach and take the key Soviet city of Stalingrad. The Russians defended it fiercely, and Stalingrad saw some of the harshest fighting of the entire war. The Soviets held up the German advance for 5 months as they battled in the war-torn city, which bought them valuable time. When the Germans had first launched their invasion a year earlier, the Soviets had moved their factories to the east. Those factories had been building a butt-ton of tanks and aircraft and getting the Soviet army up to scratch. Now, it was ready. Stalin gathered his new and improved forces around the city, and in an attack that resembled Hitler's own encirclement tactics, they began surrounding the 6th Army. Hitler's commanders came to him and said, "Hey, maybe we should retreat." But Hitler said, "No, you stay."
Oh, every time he does that, Chad, do you guys understand it? It's because he's shooting himself in the foot. That's 3 times he shot himself in the foot.
The entire 6th Army was trapped and had to surrender.
Do you guys understand?
With complete air superiority, the Soviets started pushing westward. For Stalin, it was a resounding victory. For Hitler, an absolute catastrophe. Things also weren't looking too good for Hitler elsewhere. With America now in the war, Allied bombing over German cities reached devastating levels. In Africa, the British had pushed Rommel back again.
Oh my God.
Then they were pushed back again.
No,
and
Africa.
Finally, after a decisive battle at El Alamein, and with American and British troops arriving in the west, the Germans and Italians were squeezed out of Africa.
Oh my God,
Japan was
Chad.
also already seeing its rapid success being turned around. They attempted to take the island of Midway, but the US Navy was ready for the attack, and they sank Japan's carrier.
Battleship. Y'all used to play Battleship? Great game.
Actually, they sank a lot of them. It was a battle from
Oh my
which
God,
the
Chad.
Japanese
Oh my
Navy
God.
would never recover.
Oh my
British,
God.
Indian, and Chinese troops held the line in the harsh jungle terrain, and the Japanese suffered losses in the Solomon Islands and New Guinea. They began to realize they were not invincible. With the Axis out of Africa, the Allies had to decide their next move. Churchill still wanted to attack from the south, while the Americans preferred a full sea invasion in northern France. All right, said the Americans, we'll do it your way. Allied forces successfully landed in Sicily.
You gotta listen to the American. Chat, USA on top. I ain't gonna lie.
And began moving north. They also carried out bombing raids over Rome. The thing was, many of the people in Sicily had relatives living in America, and they greeted the American troops quite warmly. With the war reaching home territory, most Italians just weren't that into it, and Mussolini was suddenly very unpopular. He was voted out by his own fascist Grand Council from power. Italy immediately began negotiations for surrender. Hitler wasn't surprised and had already sent reinforcements southward. In an operation he ironically called Operation Axis, German troops quickly disarmed Italian troops in the north. The Allies continued fighting the Germans up through Italy, but then winter set in, meaning mud, and everything slowed to a halt. All right, said the Americans, let's do it our way as well. Germany had made itself a lot of enemies, and millions of Allied troops had been gathering in England as factories worked around the clock.
I just want to say one thing. Yo, I gotta say shout out to you guys real quick.
Let's do it our way as well.
Sorry.
Millions of...
Yo, shout out to the United States of America, United Kingdom, Canada, Free French Forces, Polish Forces, the French Resistance, Australia, shout out to Eddie, Belgian, Cesarvoloslok, Greek, Luxembourg, Burs, Free Dutch Forces, New Zealand, and Free Norwegian and Danish. Shout out to all you guys. 20v1? Yeah, damn right.
Allied troops had been gathering in England as factories worked around the clock producing the war material needed for a super crazy massive the likes of which the world has never seen before invasion of Europe. The Germans knew an Allied invasion would come, but they didn't know where it would land. Thanks to Allied deception tactics, they thought there was a pretty good chance it would come at Calais, but the Allies were really going to land in Normandy because it was less fortified.
Can you just take over already?
Under the careful planning of General Dwight D. Eisenhower, the invasion that had been long in the making was just about ready to go. Just one thing was preventing the launch:
what?
The British weather. For a short while, everyone sat around waiting for a decent day. And
hey,
then,
chat, if you live in the UK, is the weather really that bad?
It came. On the night of June 5th,
it's called D-Day?
over
What's
1,000
this?
bombers took off and raided coastline defenses.
Oh my God!
Paratroopers were dropped inland in a bit of a chaotic operation, tasked with sabotaging defenses and capturing key bridges to stop any German reinforcements from reaching the beaches. Early the next morning, the barrage came, as Allied ships fired a huge number of shells at the German fortifications, and then the landings. The Americans at Utah and Omaha, the British at Golden Sword, and the Canadians at Juneau. It was a tremendous struggle with a great loss of life, particularly
those
at
are
Omaha,
boats?
but the Allied troops captured the beaches, and the landings were a success. Then they began their movements inland. They took the port of Cherbourg and the city of Caen. The Americans moved south to capture Brittany. Then,
oh my
in a
God,
massive disaster for the Germans,
oh
British
my God,
and Canadian troops from the north and Americans from the south trapped the Germans.
Oh, Hitler! We're coming for you!
In August, Allied troops landed in the south of France to little resistance. On one beach, all they found was a Frenchman handing out champagne. Paris was liberated, and the Germans were pushed out of France as the Allies entered Belgium.
Paris, you're freed. Let's go get these Jews safe. Come on.
In the Far East, the Allies started to push the Japanese out of Burma.
Hey,
Japs,
the
Americans
get
launched
out.
a two-pronged offensive in the Pacific. In the South, General MacArthur led the push to liberate the Philippines, while General Nimitz oversaw the brutal island-hopping campaign. American forces had to make hard-fought landing after hard-fought landing on fiercely defended small islands as they moved.
How is that racist, bro? You guys say Jews. You guys say blacks. How is that a slur? How is that a slur? I've never heard that in my life. So blacks is a slur too? And Jews is a slur too? It's like what? It actually is a slur? Oh God. Wait, there's no way. This is my first time ever hearing about this. It's worse than the N-word? Oh, I'm sorry. Then it's all my Japanese people. Hope you're not offended, bro. You guys call me Jews instead of Jewish people, and I've said blacks before, and you guys say blacks, so I apologize. I didn't know that it was a slur. I was just basically using it in a plural way, but I'll say Japanese people next time. Yo, all you Japanese people, bro, come on, man. This is why you gotta side with the USA.
Moved steadily towards the Japanese mainland. The Japanese believed that the greatest thing a person could do was to die in battle, and the most dishonorable act was to surrender. As a result, they fought ferociously.
Yes, it is, Citrus.
And the closer
bitch.
the Americans got to the mainland, the more ferocious the resistance became. In February 1945,
I don't know, I never
the
heard of
Americans
that.
captured the island of Iwo Jima, and an intense
Give me that.
firebombing campaign
Oh,
of
Chad, give me
Japan's
that.
leading cities began. The Allies suffered some setbacks trying to liberate the Netherlands, but they were making progress and
Wait,
were now
what?
threatening the industrial heartland of Germany. Hitler's health, both mentally and physically, was rapidly deteriorating. Things were looking bad, and he was desperate. He said, "We need to turn this thing around, and I've just the trick. Remember a few years back when we blitzkrieged through the Ardennes and trapped the Allied forces in Belgium? Well, I'm going to do the exact same thing. Again." He gathered his forces
Don't
and
tell me
tried
it
to
works.
pound them through the Ardennes. He used up the remainder
What?
of Germany's strength and resources, and he managed to create quite a nice bulge. He also trapped some American forces in the Belgian town of Bastogne. The Germans sent the trapped Americans a message saying surrender or be annihilated. When it was read out to the commanding officer, he said, "They want to surrender? No, sir, they want us to surrender." Nuts! And that's what they sent off as their official reply.
So Germany. Germany thought that America, bless you, thank you. Germany thought that America would surrender. We're USA for a reason. Stand up.
General Patton's Third Army then managed to break the siege from the southwest, and the Germans were pushed back. Hitler's last-ditch attempt had failed, and what followed was a total collapse of the German forces. The Allies pushed into Germany from both sides. The
Give me
Soviet
that,
Union
chat.
took Warsaw and
Give me
kept pushing to
that.
Berlin. In his bunker, Hitler realized all hope was lost. Berlin fell, and with it,
Kill
Hitler's
yourself,
dreams of
Hitler.
a great German
It's time to
empire.
die,
Two of
boy.
the Axis nations had been knocked out. One to go. The Americans began their assault on Okinawa.
Can I get an L,
the last
Hitler, in the
island
chat?
before they would reach the Japanese mainland. The desperate Japanese fought hard, launching kamikaze attacks on the US ships. The citizens of Okinawa suffered through the terrible fighting, but in 2 months, the island was captured. The Allies now had to make a choice. Either continue the devastating struggle up the Japanese mainland, or they could try to coerce the Japanese into surrendering now. In July, the first successful atomic bomb test took place in New Mexico, and the destructive weapon
Wait, but
was
why
ready
would we
for
do an
use.
atomic bomb,
America
chat?
and the UK were also seeing the Soviet Union not so much liberating as occupying its captured territories, and so they wanted to put on a show of force. On August 6th, the A-bomb fell on Hiroshima. Then, on the 9th, Nagasaki. The cities were reduced to rubble, and for the people living there, it was a terrible fate. But for the Allies, it achieved their main aim. In September, the Emperor announced Japan's surrender, saying the war situation has
That's
developed
actually like
not
really sad, oh
necessarily-
God. You know why it's sad? There's probably so many people in Japanese at that time that like literally like wanted nothing to do with this shit, and they're just like, bro, like you know, you gotta think like war is so fucked because there's so many innocent people that like actually like when you're a child, bro, you don't know what the f- is going on, bro. You know what I mean? It's like actually f***ed up, bro. Like it's really. But like whoever was owning Japan at that time, it's their fault, bro. Like you can't ally with somebody who wants to do a Holocaust and raid all these countries, bro. It's just wrong. You know, you have your own land. You know, we have the USA. You have Japan. You like it's meant to be like that, you know?
to Japan's advantage. After 6 years, war was finally over. The Allies occupied Japan for 8 years. The Emperor was allowed to keep his position, but General MacArthur made sure this picture was printed in the Japanese press to display to the Japanese people that their Emperor was not the divine, powerful being they had believed. Germany was divided between America, the UK...
How many people died in Hiroshima and Nagasaki?
France, and the Soviet Union. In 1949, the Allied sectors were united into West Germany. The Second World War had been more terrible and destructive than the first. In its aftermath, two major
Not enough? What do you mean?
Two very
Oh, because they come back around?
had come out victorious, and the tension between the two of them would create a new kind of war.
What's this war?
A very, very cold one.
Oh, the Cold War.
Wow, Churchill.
Call of Duty
That
Black
looks
Ops
just
Cold
like
War.
me. And your app is doing really well. And this quesadilla you made is to die for. How'd you learn to do
Okay.
it in X Factor, the other, and learn something?
Just do, when the does Hitler die? That's it? I want to know when Hitler dies. I want to know when he kills himself. I want to know when he dies. All right, send me that video in English, please. The one you sent like 100 times you wanted me to react to, Prismo. Dude, Hitler, dude. Like, literally him. I'm so happy he lost. I'm smoking on Hitler. Can I get that video, please?
Richtighels, ob du glaubst, dass ich fleißig gewesen bin. In connection with the Jewish question, I have this to say. It is a shameful spectacle to see how the whole democratic world is oozing sympathy for the poor, tormented Jewish people, but remains hard-hearted and obdurate when it comes to helping them, which is surely, in view of its attitude, an obvious duty. The arguments that are brought up as an excuse for not helping them actually speak for us Germans and Italians. For this is what they say. 1, we, that is the democracies, are not in a position to take in the Jews. Yet in these empires there are not 10 people to the square kilometer, while Germany, with her 135 inhabitants to the square kilometer, is supposed to have room for them. 2, they assure us we cannot take them unless Germany is prepared to allow them a certain amount of capital to bring with them as immigrants. For hundreds of years, Germany was good enough to receive these elements.
Kevin. He would have killed you in a sec. Kevin, he would have killed you, bro.
Although they possessed nothing except infectious political and physical diseases. What they possess today, they have by a very large extent gained at the cost of the less astute German nation by the most reprehensible manipulations. Today, we are merely paying this people what it deserves.
I'm done. I'm losing my mind. Can we go back to this aura shit? We've been stalling for so long, bro. All right, this chat better pass the vibe check. I like, dude, it's you guys got to pass the vibe check. Okay, thank you. Like, thank you. Just thank you, bro. Thank you. All right, thank you. Come on, Jesus Christ has the #1 aura of all time, and it's facts. Jesus Christ has the most aura.